everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. Over the last few videos I've been showing you some ideas on how to use the Floral Frames collection from Apple Blossom. This is a new collection that's available from Craftstash. There are 8 dies and 1 stamp set in the whole collection, and these are the pieces that I've got. So for today we're going to make a card and we're going to use the All Occasion die set. So in this die set you have the frame, you have a little label with some flowers on top, and you have the sentiment which says just for you, and once that's cut it just sits very neatly onto the framework. So I'm going to show you 2 variations of making a card using this round frame. So the first thing I'm doing is creating a base card. Now I've used a large round die and I've just let it hang over the edge, and that gives me a card that's attached for my base. Because it's a round card it needs to be levelled on the back, otherwise it won't stand. Using the same die I've created a mat, and then I've also created another mat for the inside, and again I've just levelled it off at the top and the bottom so that that will stand. I have another smaller layer and a lighter turquoise layer which I've used with an embossing folder. So that's the inside of the card completed. So with the die set now, I've got my inside done and my base card ready. I've got my layer for the top, and with the die I've cut this out 3 times, the frame out 3 times. I've cut the little label out 3 times, and I've cut the just for you 3 times, and all I'm going to do is glue these together so that they make a nice solid layer. And I'm going to glue those and these all together. So we've got everything glued together 3 times. So now I'm just going to add them all to the card. Just going to assemble the card. So I'm just going to glue this in place. And that just fits on the little tag. So leave that to set up while we add in the card. So I'm going to add this, which will just hide the top of the base card. And then we'll add in the next layer that will sit along there. The embossed layer that's going in there, and then we'll add in the filigree layer to the front of the card. And then before I add in the words, I need to make sure that the card is straight. So there's the straight bit that will help it to stand. So I'm going to put some foam on the back of this, and I'm going to make sure that it's straight on the card on the front. Now from the stamp set I've used the little sentiment at the bottom, and I've used the flower, and I've just added these to a circle, and I'm going to pop this into the bottom part of the inside of the card. And that just says love and kisses and special wishes, and there's the card finished. So again, using the dies to cut each element 3 times and gluing them together to give a nice solid base. I've got this left over from my project, so I'm going to turn this one into a square card. So I've got a top folded card, I've cut a mat that's slightly smaller, and I've cut a white mat that's slightly smaller again, and I've embossed this through a happy birthday folder, and then I've just dusted over it with some Victorian velvet ink. Now I'm going to glue these 2 together, but before I add them to the card I'm going to wrap them with some ribbon. So I've just had a change of plan. I'm not putting the ribbon around these layers just yet. What I'm going to do is add in this layer with some foam pads on it, and that will just give it some dimension to the card. You just raise it up a little bit. And then with the filigree part I've also added some small foam pads to the back of this, and that's going to sit along there. And then I have foam on the back of this one, and that's also going to sit on the front of the card along there. And now I'm going to wrap the ribbon around the layers. So into each of the flowers I've added a pearl or a small pearl to the smaller flowers, and I've added the bow. And I'm just going to pop in a really pretty dazzler to the centre of the bow that matches in with the card. And that's the card finished for this project. So I shall now show you all the different things that we've made over the last few videos using the Floral Frames collection from Apple Blossom that are available from Craftstash. There are 8 dies and 1 set of stamps in this set, and you can have so much fun creating your designs to suit your occasion. So in this mini-series I've used the Floral Frames collection of dies from Craftstash, and we've created an inexpensive gift, a pretty box to put them in, and you have a choice of cards to send with your gift. So I do hope you've enjoyed the videos, and if you have, please give it the thumbs up, and why not subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a video. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.